Hey, what's going on, guys? Logdotzip here, and this is How to Minecraft. And today we are having ourselves another Power Hour mining session Q&A. Should be doing some strip mining, gathering some resources because I'm going to be going out of town over the weekend, and I need a bunch of supplies because I'm going to be doing a bunch of episodes of How to Minecraft on stream today. Well, that's the plan. So I'm going to need a lot of supplies for cobblestone. We got a lot of exciting stuff planned. If you want to watch the Anecdotes live, including today, because I'll still be streaming when this goes up on YouTube. You're going to be able to do that over at twitch.tv/Logdotzip. And of course, if you're enjoying the series, make sure you drop a like if you're watching on YouTube. It means so much to have your support through How to Minecraft. So if you want to learn a little bit about me today, then this is the episode to do it. I'll be just powering through questions that people on stream are asking me while we're doing some mining. So I'm just going to be looking over as I can. And I think we are safe to start. So, we got about an hour. Don't hate me if I'm a little short, like last time. So, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start while we're strip mining, and we're going to be gathering supplies, gold, coal, whatever we see fit, and just getting into it. So, ask Logdotzip, TZ3 says, what was your first gaming/recording setup? I just had some compact Presario PC, had like 2 gigs of RAM. I had an old desktop microphone, not like a good one. This was like back in 2000, oh my gosh, like 2007, I think, and it was like the worst microphone quality in the world. Didn't have headsets, didn't have anything crazy like that. Just kind of, I wasn't even playing Minecraft at the time. I didn't really start getting gaming setups until probably last year ago. But now I've got an MSI crazy tower. It's got I just ordered 32 gigs of RAM on it because I've been getting lots of blue screens, as you've been seeing, and that's not fun. And I've got an Audio-Technica AT2020, and I just bought some Logitech headphones, but I actually don't really know if I like them. They're wireless ones. I need to figure out the proper way to set them up to properly utilize the effective quality. But right now I've got my JVC Monster headphones. Those are really fun. So that's a bit of a long-winded question. Amircraft says, what laptop PC do you game on? Just answer that question, so sorry. I'm just like reading them before I really pay attention to what is being said with that respect. So, Abarat says, would you rather have legs as long as your fingers or fingers as long as your legs? I'd probably rather have legs as long as my fingers because I only have 2 legs, but I've got 8 fingers if you don't count thumbs. So if I had 8 appendages as long as my legs, and then that is a monster egg. Yeah, what do you think? What do you take me for? Oh, that's another one. Yeah, you're stupid. I'll kill you. Oh, what is this, a bunch? Gee whiz! Get off my face. Well, I guess there's really no point in mining him. Well, there might be diamonds hidden behind him. Yeah, I'd rather have super long legs. Or, I mean, super finger. I mean, gosh, I don't know, because then you wouldn't be able to walk if your fingers were as long as. If your legs were as long as your fingers, you wouldn't be able to walk. But lots of people can't walk, so I could make it work. That's fine. Harmful Comic says, am I 21? No, I'm 23. I turned 23 a little under a month ago. Alright, let's grab you, and we'll grab you too. And we'll grab you as well. Yes, give it all to me. Thank you very much. I'm in Saber says, how old am I? Okay, 23. I've got such a bad habit of answering the same question that was just asked every single time. Let's move these torches a little bit closer, I think. That might make things a little bit easier for me. Altair Mate asks, do you ever play League of Legends? You know what? I have not played League of Legends. But I used to play Dota, the Warcraft 3 Dota. Like, before it was an actual game, I played that version of Dota. So it's pretty crazy. I have not played in a long time, though. I used to play StarCraft. It's not really the same, but it's its own form of real-time strategy game. So, I'll go ahead and say that I played that at least. The J-Man asks, what's my favorite NBA team and NFL? My favorite NBA team is probably the Lakers. I live near Los Angeles. That's kind of my team. I'm not a front runner. They have been suffering. They've been suffering this season. Lakers. Although I'm not really a big follower of football to begin with. Let us see what is down here. Please get me some diamond. No diamond, huh? Alright, that's fine. We should actually keep ourselves. We don't really need the crafting bench on us just yet. And NFL team, I've always liked the Ravens, not because of any particular reason, but one time in 6th grade we did something called football math, and that was my team, and I've always just liked the Ravens for that reason since then. JJ the Fun says, why did you start YouTube? Originally I started YouTube because I wanted to be famous on RuneScape, a different game. and I also liked making videos. And then it kind of turned into a, you know, as I started to gain followers watching for RuneScape, I really just liked being able to interact with people, and that's kind of why I do it now. Is, you know, obviously it's my job, and I enjoy the fact that this is my job and I get paid to do this. But now I kind of just really like being... Oh, diamond hype! I got a fortune pickaxe. Let's see how many diamonds are right here. I'm curious. Oh my gosh, a quad! We got a quad. Okay. All right, so we got a fortune pickaxe. We have 1 diamond on us. Stream. Now it's my turn to ask you a question. How many diamonds do you think we're gonna get? Oh my word! We've got at least 6 right here. I think that's as many as you can get. What? Dude, 8 diamonds? Could it be 8? Might it be 8? 8! We got 8 diamonds here. Okay. So how many do you think we're gonna get? We're gonna just go ahead and just guess. But let's go ahead and do it. We got. Is this the pickaxe? Yes, this is the fortune 3. All right, let's see. I'm not even gonna look until after. We got 11. We got 10 diamonds from that. Not bad. Can't be mad at that. All right. So back to the questions in just a second here. Anyways, yes. What I was saying was I really like doing YouTube now, to be able to talk with you guys and interact and, you know, learn about you guys as well as you learning about me. Some of you guessing 25, 21. You guys are crazy. Who got me into Minecraft? Says JWatch Twitch. C-Nanners got me into Minecraft, and I am so happy that he did. It's truly one of my favorite games. You know, I've played it for 4 years now, over 4 years now, and you know what? I'm not tired of it. I did get tired of it at one point, but I kind of got past that, and that's because I did a lot of single player, didn't play with other people. Is this an area I've already been to? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Did I ever go in Romania? Asks Altarmate again. No, I have not been to Romania. Sorry, that's pretty much the extent of answering that question. Have not been there. Now, have I been in here? This looks real interesting. I'm not sure if I've been this direction. I might head the other direction now, assuming that this place has been explored just a little bit. Let me see. Now, Cholo asks, what's my favorite country? Oh, I mean, my favorite country is more than likely, I'm going to have to say it's the USA, because, you know, I live here, and it's the country I know best, you know. So, that's my answer to that one, I got to say. Now, Preston Loves Cacti says, am I a sweet potato or a French fry? I'm a sweet potato, you know. My last name is Pappas. And my old Spanish teacher used to call me papas fritas, which is Spanish for potato. So I'd say I'm a potato, closer to a potato than a French fry at least. Now come on, there we go. Are we still on 11? All right, yeah, we are. You know, I'm inclined to skip the gravel port. We'll just do that. See if we hit any gravel real easy, or any diamonds, I should say. None that way, that's just as well. And I guess we'll just start right here, back again. So, 2, 3. And Dragonoid asks, what do I really like to do in Minecraft? I really like to make redstone things, and I really like to build. I've always been a big fan of doing builds on Minecraft. However, resource gathering is not always the most fun thing to do in the world, so I don't build as much because, you know, I don't have as much time to just play Minecraft because you know, as I said, it is my job, so I can't always just be building. I have to be doing other types of videos as well, and, you know, most people don't like building, or I should say, watching people mine, which is why I always couple this with a Q&A, so you can at least, you know, listen to something while you're watching. Oh, no! I didn't use my... Dang it! Well, we found more diamond. That's pretty great. We've been finding a lot of diamond already. That's some hype. Alright, so let's see how many stones we got here. Amaria Craft says, what's my motivation to keep doing YouTube back in the days? Well, I used to do it just because I was a kid, and you know, I didn't have anything better to do because I was kind of socially awkward and I didn't really hang out with friends, so I would just do YouTube instead and just play games and record, and for whatever reason people cared about what I had to say, and for whatever reason people still care about what I have to say. So now we're gonna see how many diamonds we have here, and we're gonna give it a little check. Let's see. So we have ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 7, so we got another 8. So right now we currently have 12 diamonds. How many do you think we're gonna get with 12 with fortune of 3? Cast your votes and we're going to just mine it up. So we started with 12. Remember that. We started with 12. Alright, let's see. So, 26 minus 12. 14 diamonds from that one. Technically 15 because we broke one. So, you know, we got 14 diamonds, though. That's the final count on that. Wow, we've been finding a lot of diamonds this direction so far. That's not bad. Cannot complain about that. Okay, so we'll keep on mining this way. Back to the questions, though. Why don't I record with Sky anymore? You know, people get busy. You know, sometimes, you know, I don't really record the same things as Sky. He does kind of like fun mini games, and you know, he swears a lot in his videos, and you know, that's not really my thing. I try not to curse in my videos, and I'm more of a technical guy. I'm not as much as a funny guy. You know, I mean, I like to think I'm funny, but I'm not funny in, you know, we just have different humor, so we don't really record the same thing. So that's why I don't record with him as much. Now, Jay Roberts says, have I ever been to England? If not, will I do so in the future? Yes, I have been to England. For my graduation present from high school, my grandmother took me to Europe, Scandinavia, England. So I went to England, I went to Norway, I went to Sweden, I went to Finland, I went to Poland, I went to Russia, I went to Estonia, and I went through Heathrow Airport. And that was one of the worst experiences of my life, was working through Heathrow. Everyone there was so unpleasant, and I know no one likes to work airports because everyone's in a rush, everyone's mad and in a hurry and blah 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 and this and that, but really just not a good time. And I gotta say, I will be going back to England for Minecon, because I'm pretty sure Minecon is being held in England, so I will be there for that. ZS Boss asks, when will I play Outlast? I don't know. I've actually never played Outlast. I don't even know what Outlast is about, to be honest with you, so I'm not sure that I will play it. If I do play it, I don't know when that will be. Evan R6 asks, when I started Twitch and YouTube, did I ever think I'd have this many fans? No, I didn't. I honestly didn't. It still doesn't make really much sense to me that I have people that follow me and find interest in what I find interest in doing. So thank you all. You guys rule. You guys are literally the reason this can even be my job. More diamond! Oh my god! This is going great! Alright, let's see how many diamond we have here, though. What if we got another 8? Oh my word. That'd be awesome. Dude, I think we might have another 8 here. Okay. Is it? Oh, no, it looks like we have, it looks like 6. So we got 6 diamond here. Guys, we're starting with 26. How many would it get from 6 diamond on a Fortune 3? Let me know. So we started with 26. And now we have 37. So we got 11 from that one, guys. So if you guessed and you feel good about yourself, that's great. I'm happy for you. Now, have I ever been to Australia, asks Tyler Futz. No, oh my god! More diamond! No, I've not been to Australia. This is a lot of diamond. This is a lot of freaking diamond. But I would really like to go to Australia at some point. It's just tickets to Australia are like $3,000. So it's really expensive. And some emeralds. How about it? You guys are the best. Hey, every time I go diamond mining, you guys need to be in stream. So we got 8 diamonds here. We got 8 diamonds here. Now, we're starting with 37. So cast your votes once again, how many you think we're going to do. So, it begins. This is crazy. So we started with 37. We now have 53. Oh my gosh. That's 16 diamonds from that. So we averaged 2 per, which is, I guess, not that insane. But that's pretty cool. We also got some emeralds here. That's crazy. Will I go to I-54, asks Harmful Comic? Maybe. Like I said, plane tickets anywhere are very expensive, so it's hard for me to promise I'll go to events, because, you know, it costs money. And I don't have that much money to be traveling everywhere. Now, Ollie Cook says, what's my favorite enchant on Minecraft? My favorite Minecraft enchant? You know, I like me some Depth Strider, because that stuff makes you go 1,000,000,000 miles an hour. Other than that, I'm a real big fan of Fortune. Fortune's been doing me a lot of big favors recently in terms of getting lots of diamond. You can see we already have almost a stack of diamond in only about 15 minutes here. All right, now let's see. Let's keep on mining though. Keep on mining away. Nothing so far. Oh wow, looks like we've come across an area here. Now Amircraft says, you know what, this question was coming. What's 9 plus 10? It's 21. Wait, you think I'm stupid? Okay, now... Oh! Come on over, baby. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, he hammered away at me immediately. Oh, wow, we gotta be careful. Woo! Ah! Jeez! That was crazy. All that happened a little too fast for me, to be honest. Oh, my word! What is this, the Ravine of Death? Gosh. Let's get our emeralds and get the heck out of here. We need to maintain the same distance we came in through, though. Now... Oh, well, we've already hit our redstone limit, huh? I guess I could probably keep some of these. That's fine. Which way? Okay, so we started right here. So let's just dig, right? Actually, let's see if there's any diamonds in here. No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and stay the course here. Now, D. Bonella asks, can I start Mod Pack 2? I don't know if I'm going to do mod packs. I was going to do them with Jason, but, you know, Jason's still, like, getting used to being moved into his new place, and, you know, it's hard to find people that want to do, you know, mod pack series with people, because, you know, everyone's got their groups, and I don't really have a recording group like a lot of my friends do these days, so it's hard for me to find people to record with. So I don't know if I'm going to do any mod packs, because they are a lot of work, learning all the mods, and I honestly don't know if I have the time to devote, because I already have a lot of other series, and I like to do lots of videos. Okay, I got some emeralds. That's always good. It's always good to get me some emeralds. Okay. Meanwhile, Pastel Fedora says, am I going to quit the Infinite Stone because of longer periods of time? No, I'm going to keep doing Infinite Stone until I finish the series. Let's do this so that no one can get us. I'll keep finishing the Infinite Stone. In fact, since I'm going to San Francisco, I will probably be using that for a few videos while I'm away, recording Le Infinite Stone, you know? So, not anticipating stopping that anytime soon. So, Just Some Nerdy Chick asks, do I watch anime? You know, I used to watch anime all the time. I was a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Was my anime. I watched Pokemon. I used to watch a little bit of Yu Yu Hakusho on Adult Swim. I even got into Shaman King for a second there. I was a big fan of One Piece, although I read all the mangas before I watched the animes. So when animes come over to the US, a lot of the times they get censored, like compared to the mangas, and that always kind of annoyed me. So I was actually more of a manga reader when I was younger. Gosh, I was really into Shonen Jump, the magazine, the comic book magazine Shonen Jump. Literally like 10 years ago, I was real big on the mangas. Although I guess they're super popular now. They were kind of just gaining foothold in the US when I was getting into them. So I kind of missed that phase, but they're super popular with everybody these days, it seems. Now, Mad Mastermind says, how old am I? Again, I'm 23. Nightcrawler says, who do I like the most and how to Minecraft? I like everybody equally. Everybody's nice. Everybody's got, that's not a fair question to ask, to be honest. Speaking of nice people, there's Choco the Chocobo. We're supposed to be doing a water temple raid with him later today, so if you want to catch that, you'll be able to. Check Skype-a-roonies. Oh, speaking of... Alright. Yep, that's him messaging me about the water temple. So we'll be doing a water temple on stream in just a little bit of time here. Now, Smath Rule says, where's Mitch and Jerome? Mitch and Jerome, I don't know what they're doing in terms of the series. I don't know where they are right now. If you're asking that, I'm not sure. But what are they doing with How to Minecraft? Can't say that I know. Mitch has told me that he plans to return, but that was a while ago. I don't know if that's still his intentions. Your best bet would be forward questions to him via his Twitter, where he will see questions, and I'm sure if he gets asked enough, he will address said question. Terraria is Love says, am I going to Pete's Casino? Of course I'm going to be going to Pete's Casino. I'm actually going to be adding things to Pete. Wait, Pete's Casino? I thought it was Nooch and Vic's Casino. I didn't realize that it was Pete's as well. Now, we haven't found any diamonds in a bit. We got a stack there in seemingly record time, but we have not found any diamonds since then. So please, give me the diamonds. Am I on the right level? Yeah, I am. Okay. The Butterfighter Plays MC says, where's Attack of the B Team? I mean, I don't know how many times I got to answer this question. Attack of the B Team is done. It's donezo. It's been done for like 7 like 7 months now. I don't know what you want me to say. Jason said he was going to work on episode 50, but he's busy and he hasn't done it. And I already said I'm not going to do it unless Jason does. So redirect questions about B-Team to Jason. Although, honestly, the series is done, so I don't know what you want me to say. I'm sorry. Beat says, am I in an alliance with anyone in How to Minecraft? I mean, technically I'm in an alliance with Choco. I've sided with Choco officially, but it doesn't appear as though the war has broken out. You know, I think the idea kind of lost steam, and everyone's still in building mode. No one wanted to start PvP yet because no one's prepped properly enough to do that. So that's kind of the reason that that has not happened just yet. But I imagine in time it will continue to build up tensions on the server. Kitty31478 says, have I ever been to Comic-Con? No, and you know, that's a shame because... Hold on. Sorry, you know, Comic-Con's like right in San Diego, I'm pretty sure, so it's really close. So, I should go, but again, I'm not that into comics, so that's kind of the reason I have not done Comic-Con just yet. Either way, JWatch Twitch says, how did I meet Jason? I met Jason at PAX Prime in 2013 through Adam Sky. He introduced me to all the guys, so thank you very much to him. Appreciate that you did that for me, dude. Legend GLB says, what texture pack do I find the best? I'm currently running the Durzo's WIP texture pack. It is a work in progress texture pack. The texture pack is not actually finished just yet. It's still being worked on. However, if you want to download it, you can find it in the description of all of my How to Minecraft videos. You can always get it there if you want it. So that is an option for you. Now, Tillians asks, have I ever been to England? I answered this earlier. Yes, I have been to England. Mad Gamer SCB says, will I ever come to Denmark? I've been to Denmark as well. Will I come to it anytime soon? Don't really know, to be honest with you. Again, travel is kind of expensive to go to countries. It's like thousands of dollars to travel, and I really don't have that right now. I don't have that much money. Unfortunately. Maybe one day I'll get YouTube famous and make tons of money, but for the time being, I don't really make that much money. But I don't really like to talk about money. So that's your question. I literally can't afford to go to Denmark right now. But I will go to wherever Minecon is. So if Minecon's in Denmark, though it's already been confirmed to be in London. Wherever Minecon is, I'll be there. Frenchy2251 says, am I a virgin? Really not an appropriate question. I really should screen my questions before I read them out loud. So my bad. No, I'm not, if you really need to know. But anyways, Preston Loves Cacti says, how sweet of a potato are you? I am the sweetest of potatoes. I don't really know what to say other than that to your question. So Archie Molly says, my favorite movie. Favorite movie is probably Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I really love that movie. Jim Carrey does a great job in that movie. One of his more serious roles. So if you like Jim Carrey for his comedy, would not necessarily recommend doing that movie for him. Sorry, I'm just like checking Skype. Alright, I guess we'll keep going. I hear some lava coming up. There's some lava just around the river bend here. Now, Mark121212 Mark says, have I ever been to New Jersey? Oh, all the time I've been to New Jersey. Fist bumping in the clubs, Jersey Shore style. No, I've never been to New Jersey. I'm sorry. I have not been to New Jersey before. Oh, baby! What do we have here? I bet you there's some diamonds down here. We've been on a dry diamond streak for just a second here. Oh, well, yeah, I stand corrected. That's a shame. But anyways, Troll and Blocker says, why got you to do YouTube videos? Someone named Skychi. Well, no. I had a crush on some girl a long time ago, and someone named Skychi got her to do videos, got her into video making. This is back on RuneScape, and then that got me into doing videos. So she's the reason, but he's the reason that she did it. So kind of he's the reason he did it, or he's the reason, technically. You know what I mean? So it's kind of confusing, but who cares? Whatever. Now, Freaking Gamer says, are you thinking about doing a boat parkour map? Yes, I am thinking about making a full-blown parkour map using that boat glitch that I found however long ago. So that should be fun, and I'd like to do that at some point. But, you know, it takes a lot of planning to make a real good parkour, you know? So it's not just something I can willy-nilly do, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and turn a couple of these things into blocks. These can all be placed into blocks now. These can all be blockified as well, just like that. And these can also be turned into blocks. Yes. Okay. So that'll allow us some extra room for. Oh well, now I gotta collect you. Towny Boy says, "Who is my YouTube inspiration?" You know, I don't really have a YouTube inspiration. You guys are my inspiration. I don't need someone else making videos to make videos. I make videos because you guys enjoy videos. And, you know, if no one was watching my videos and no one enjoyed them, I wouldn't have a reason to continue to make them. Because it's kind of like, it's like a two-way street, you know. I make, you watch. If you guys stop watching one day, I'll probably stop making them. That's kind of the way of the world when it comes to YouTube. You know, you get your 15 minutes of fame, if you will, and if you ever lose that and no one's watching anymore, then why would you continue to make them? I enjoy making videos, but I'm not gonna make them if no one watches. You know what I mean? That's kind of just being real with you guys. Now, it was just there that I mined. I shouldn't have mined up like that. That's right. My bad. I was like mining the wrong area right there for a second here. Now, Ninja May says, "Can I give a shout out to your channel?" Well, there you go. I guess, kind of, sort of. Now, Tyler Futt says, "Next time you record, can you say lemon in the introduction for banter?" I don't know what the heck you just asked, my friend. Very confusing. Oh, I got some gold here. Gold's always nice. Now, we really need some diamond. Can we get some diamond hype, please? Can you guys help me out with the diamond hype? We gotta get some diamonds here, man. Although we actually have a decent amount already. You know what's so funny is the Balam challenge. The Balam challenge, I did not find a single diamond. But now I've got more diamonds than I know what to do with. It's crazy how that happens. Now, Curiosity says, "Will I ever come to Utah?" Maybe. I actually have a friend that lives in Utah, so maybe down the road I'll find a reason to head out there. But as it currently stands, all these places cost money to go to, so unless people are paying for my tickets, I can't be really going places willy-nilly. Brandon Flynn asks, "It's your birthday. Can I give you a happy birthday shout-out?" Well, happy birthday to you, Brandon. Frosted Flake says, "What's 9 plus 10? The answer, of course, is 21. Noosh didn't get that in that video. He's like, "What are you talking about? 9 plus 10 is 19. Like, no, dude, it's 21. What are you, crazy? Simple math, man. Honestly. Now, Meow Miranda says, "You don't answer your Snapchats." I don't use my Snapchat that much, to be honest. I go on there to post things, and you guys can see them, but I haven't been on my Snapchat lately, so my mistake, my bad. I'll be better about my Snapchat, which, by the way, you can get if you are subscribed to me. I'll give you my private Snapchat where I usually send out what I'm doing that day, although, honestly, my days don't change too much. I pretty much sit in my chair all day and, you know, make videos or stream, so. Super Miner 149 says, "Am I going to change my skin to a Christmas-themed skin?" You know, at some point, I plan on doing that, probably a little bit closer to Christmas time. Will I be changing my skin? Maybe not before then. Maybe like a week before. Oh, diamond! I knew it! I knew it was going to happen. Now, let me see. We got to locate where it's at here. So, we've got, I can assume... Oh, maybe not. Maybe only 4. I guess we'll see in a second here. It looks like... Oh, okay. That's a real interesting collection of diamonds we have here. Alright, so it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? 5. So 5. And we're starting with 53. How many diamonds are we going to get right now, guys? Cast your votes. I've got a Fortune 3 pickaxe. Ready, set, go. Started with 53. More than we can hold at the very least. So let's get rid of it. That must have been it. Alright, so anyways, we mine there, which means skip 2, so mining right here. Okay, and mining right there. Now Max Neutron says, "Favorite non-Minecraft game?" I love me Shadow of the Colossus, and I really like Final Fantasy games. Those are probably my favorite games. Shadow of the Colossus was so much fun. I don't know how many times I played that on hard mode and hard plus mode, and time trial. I got to a point where I was trying to do crazy speed runs where I did crazy moves to try and, you know, beat fast records or whatever. And I really like the open world mechanic behind it. It makes you feel just so tiny and insignificant when you play that game. But I love Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 12 and then Final Fantasy 10. Probably my favorite games of the Final Fantasy series. Now, Pablo Estrada says, "Can you show your house and how to Minecraft?" I'll show it later today. I guess I'll be doing a lot of streaming today. because I need to stack videos for leaving for San Francisco. So you'll be able to see plenty more videos. Will you leave a link to the edited texture pack? The texture pack for the texture pack I'm using is always linked in all my How to Minecraft descriptions. You'll be able to find it there if you really want your own copy. There we go. Get some emeralds. I must have been in Extreme Hills for a very, very, very long time. Now, Blue Koala says, what would you say you're best at within Minecraft, resource, redstone, parkour, PvP building? You know, I'd say I'm pretty decent at parkour. You know, maybe I'm not the best at speeding through it, but like I'm pretty decent at parkour, and I can usually make for some pretty good times. I kind of know how to do jumps fairly well. I've been a little rusty lately because I've not been doing as much, but I'm pretty good at that. I also really like to build. It's hard for me to say. What am I the best at? It's hard to determine if you're good at building, you know, if you're the best at it. Because you can't really compare parkour and building to each other. I'm really good at parkour, I'm really good at building, and I really like messing with redstone. In terms of best, I'd have to say parkour, probably. So yeah. Austin 83833 says, who is the best PvP player I know? Probably Preston. Preston's pretty good at PvP. Yeah. Perryman says, would I rather team with Mitch, Jerome, or Preston? Well, in a PvP situation, probably Preston, because, as I just said, he's like the best person I know at PvP. So, I'd probably be my safest bet. But, can't always choose your teammates. Now, the Ender Spawner says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good am I at Redstone? Probably like a 6 or a 7. Really good at recreating redstone. I don't know how good I am at inventing, you know, new redstone methods, I guess, if you will. That will make 12. One more like that. And now we can collect a little more coal. All right. So we got a stack and seven blocks and 3 diamonds. That's not bad. But we could use some more. So let's keep the hunt continues for diamond. Now, Frosted Blake 1 says, who's my favorite YouTuber? Vsauce. Definitely Vsauce. Ooh. You know, I wouldn't mind in this such of a manner. Oh, wow! I thought, like, flames were coming up to attack me. It's just blocks being broken. Oh, wow, how about this? This has to have some exposed diamonds. This has to, in many ways. Everybody's cool in my book. Gotta be friendly with everybody, you know? That's just the way it works. Now, Meow Miranda, is a MacBook Pro a good laptop for Minecraft? I don't see why it wouldn't be. I'd say PCs can oftentimes be better equipped to record video games because you can customize them a little bit more than you can Macs. And Macs are going to be a little more expensive because they're just so dang sexy. Macs will always be better looking, I'd say, than your standard computer. But in terms of power for price, I'd say you probably have a better bet going with PCs. And the music stopped, so I'm going to put some music on real quick here. We're going to continue with the Legend of Zelda style music. Ollie Cook says, would I like to be a part of the pack? I mean, what I'd really like is just people to record with. I'm not saying I wouldn't like to be a part of the pack, but at the same time, I don't think it's something that you just get invited to, kind of. Like I said, I just want people to record with. It's always nice to have people to record with, because I know I mostly record on my own, do my own thing, and I don't necessarily want it to be that way, but, you know, sometimes, you know, once you have 6 people, part of the pack, I guess, it kind of becomes its own little group, and yeah, I don't really have anything to say about that. I'd love to have a group to constantly record with, because sometimes it's hard to record just everything on your own, especially when I'm trying to go out of town here. I have like 8 or 7 more videos to do today, guys. It's gonna be so hard to get them all done. Now, when did I buy Minecraft? I said I bought Minecraft back in September of 2010. Cocoa Pebbles or Cocoa Puffs, asks D-Burn, and the answer to that is Cocoa Pebbles, because you can fit so many more Cocoa Pebbles in your mouth compared to Cocoa Puffs, and you know, you get more chocolate to bite ratio with that, so it just makes sense, really. YouTuber Fan X says, what is the best parkour map I've ever played? Probably, You know, it was one I just did recently too with Jason. Probably that hero parkour had some crazy mechanics, a lot of fun, a lot of different types of parkour that I had not messed with before. But it's really hard to say I've played what the best one is, because I've played so many, so I don't really remember, if I'm being honest. I've literally made almost 1,000 Minecraft videos, so it's really hard to know and hard to remember every single one I've played. Sorry if that's not the answer you're looking for, but that's all I got, man. I know. Anyways, just some nerdy chick says Batman or Banana Man. Probably Batman, although he's nowhere near as delicious as Banana Man, admittedly. Now, Captain Tambu says, do I know Slovenia? Yes, I know Slovenia. I know it's a place. Do I know it personally? No, we're not friends. I haven't invited him over to my place recently, but I don't know what you mean by that. Ethan SM10 says, what do I think of Vicstar? Vicstar is a cool guy, hardworking individual. Wish I was, closer friends with him. We don't really talk much, if at all. But he's cool. He's a busy guy. He keeps busy. But yeah, he's a nice dude. That is what I think of Vicstar123. Hey guys, it's me! Did it backwards. Sorry, I'm the worst guy. RBBN00 asks, have I tried Crash Landing or Sky Factory? I have not tried them. I would like to, but again, mod packs are kind of big investments. You gotta make sure you have the time to study and learn them, and that's kind of why B-Team stopped, is because, we ran out of time to be able to do it consistently, and, that's kind of what that is. Now, just some nerdy chick asks, wanted to say thanks for noticing. Oh, well, you're quite welcome. Sorry if I missed your questions, guys. I keep seeing the same names. Make sure you're using the hashtag if you want your question to be a better chance of being answered, because I get notified of those, as opposed to regular questions where I am not getting notified of them. Now, let's see. More diamonds, please. I want to break a record. It'd be great if I could break some kind of record here. I think I might be close, to be honest with you. Alright, let me see. Liam Davies, aka Mr. Lance, says, how did I branch out to other YouTubers? Again, we all kind of started around the same time. I mean, I kind of met Preston through Noah, I think, and Chimney. I don't really know. I kind of met them all around the same time, I met a lot of people through Gizzy Gaza. He introduced me to Noah, and through Noah I met a bunch of people. And, like, I think I met Preston and Vic through Noah. And then I met everybody else through Mitch and Jerome, who I met through Adam. So it all kind of started with Adam and Gizzy. Gizzy introduced me to a lot of people as well, because I used to play Runescape with Gizzy. We had each other on Skype, so that's where I met a lot of them. Am I collecting this iron anymore? Yeah, I am. Okay, Gangsta BH says, waffles or pancakes? I have pancakes more often, but that's only because waffles are not as accessible to be homemade. I like waffles better. But the real question here is pancakes, waffles, or French toast, and the answer is French toast. Cannot beat French toast. Not even a contest. Jared Wallace says, play any sports? No, I'm kind of just a slob. I kind of just stay in my chair all day. I used to play sports a lot when I was younger, and I played them when I was in high school. Don't really get out as much as I should, honestly. I mean, I'm known to play basketball very occasionally with just friends, but I actually don't have that many friends in real life either, because I'm always doing videos inside, so I don't really see that many people. Isn't that just sad? Am I just the patheticest of people? Oh my gosh. Get out more than I do, guys. It's healthy. In fact, I might go for a walk right after this. El Sargo says, what's Banana Man plus Pizza Man? I don't even know what that means, to be honest with you. Sorry. Ninja May says, who do I like most of Lord of the Rings? Gosh, probably either Gandalf or Legolas. Cause I like Legolas. Like, I've always thought archers were really cool, and elves are really cool too. This pickaxe might break pretty soon here. This could be a very bad thing. All right. What do we have here? Carl Dennison says, what are my PC specs? I've got an i7, I think 3.8 gigahertz processor. I've got 16 gigs of RAM currently. Just ordered 32 gigs of RAM. I've got a 64-bit operating system on Windows 7, and I think I've got NVIDIA. I've got two GTX 780s. So I've got like 8 gigs of video RAM, So pretty good computer, although one of my RAM sticks is faulty, so I've been getting blue screens lately. So if I get a blue screen during this, that's exactly why. But that's why I just ordered new RAM to fix that issue. Oh, baby, please! Let's clear it out like this. That's what I'm talking about. That's how... I wish the entire lower area of Minecraft was just all dirt. Because look how fast I can clear. I bet you we find some diamonds now. No, but we found some redstone. Well, shucks! That's okay. Could have been worse. Now, Chris Cahill says, what texture pack am I using? Again, I'm using... Oh! I almost walked right into that. I'm using Durzo's WIP texture pack. It's a work-in-progress texture pack. You can find it, as I said, in every single How to Minecraft video description. Man, make sure... I mean, I know some of you are new to the stream, so I'm gonna keep getting the same questions at least a couple times. But if it's already been asked, don't ask again. Just ask a new question. I should just have a FAQ area for frequently asked questions, because I do get a lot of questions that are asked quite frequently. ToonLink64 says, excluding diamond, glod, and emerald, what is my favorite ore? Redstone, because you can do more with redstone than you can with anything else. You can do basically infinite things with redstone. Oh my goodness! Please, some diamond for my time over here, man. Give it to me, baby. Do we dare continue to venture out this way? Oh, of course we do. Of course we do. Oh my gosh. There's got to be something this way. Look at this. It's like a ravine lava bed. Oh my word. It literally is. It literally is. That's great. Aberrant says, do I prefer toast or scrambled eggs? Toast, or scrambled eggs on toast. Probably scrambled eggs on toast. That way I can get both. Sneaky answer. I don't really want to go up the ravine, so let's just continue to go through this lava area. Ultimate 3D says, what is my FPS right now? FPS right now is 904 FPS. Not too bad, huh? Can't complain about that considering I'm recording. Yeah, I got a pretty good computer. Now, what's the first game I played? Gosh, that's hard. Probably something on Game Boy, probably like Super Mario Land or something. Don't really know. It's been a long time since I started playing games. The Potato Wolf says, what is my favorite redstone creation I've ever made? Probably that hipster door I did, although that wasn't my idea. I just thought it was so funny. You go towards the door and it just pushes you under it instead of going through it. It's actually a really cool thing. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on my channel. Just search on my channel, hipster door, and you'll find it through there. This is an insane ravine. This is a crazy ravine, guys. Are you seeing this? We should probably do like that. Nagyar says, do I have any tips on starting YouTube? Be consistent. That is the best tip anyone can ever give you. More than anything, is be consistent. Because guess what? Someone out there is more consistent than you. And guess what happens if you don't upload on a day? They're going to watch someone else that day. And we know what happens? What if they like you better? What if they like that person better than you? And the only reason they saw that person was because you didn't upload that day. What if you had uploaded that day? You see what I mean? Be consistent, because you never know if if your viewers are going to find someone forever. Oh my gosh. Not that I'm complaining, it's crazy. Alright, now, what's my favorite candy bar, asks Evan R6. Ooh, it's not really a candy bar, but my favorite candy is Reese's. Reese's Cups. That's my jam, for sure. Can't go wrong with Reese's Cups. Now, I guess if we just... Should we... I mean... We'll just keep mining... Okay. Okay. Now I know where to go based off of that. So keep mining right here. We're approaching the end of our hour, guys. So it's been fun, but we're hitting the wire here. We got a lot of diamonds, at least, you know. Oh, what the heck? I guess we'll just keep mining right through this way then. We're almost out of our pickaxe as well. That guy's gonna break pretty soon. Trevor says, "What's my favorite person to record with?" Oh, I always love recording with Jason. He's always fun to record with. He's kind of my go-to. He's my homie. He's like a little brother to me. So I'd say Jason, but I like recording with lots of people. It doesn't really matter to me. Whoever's available, I'll record with you, and I enjoy it. In terms of people I know. So, Batman Fabia asks, if you had to pick one person on the server, who would I pick? Not answering your question. Like I said, guys, I'm not picking favorites here. Stop asking silly questions like that. I like everybody equally. Except Jason. I like Jason more than anybody. Just kidding. Cool, kind. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to stop talking about that. Now, Jared Wallace says, have you ever been to Wildwood, New Jersey? I have not been to New Jersey. Ray Monster says, is an HP Chromebook laptop good? I don't know. You know, you'd have to give me the specs. And honestly, you can determine if a computer is good or not based on the specs yourself. Now, Jag Headerno says, try to say my name. Yeah, is it? Oh, then it must be Jag Headerno or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be intolerant. I don't know if that was intolerant or not, but, you know, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. The Villa fan says, were I surprised when I was asked to do How to Minecraft? Kind of. It was a nice surprise when I got the official invitation. But I'd actually asked Mitch before the server was even, like, open yet. And I said, hey, you know, I'm looking to start an SMP with a bunch of people. Would you be interested? And he said, no, but there's this SMP we're starting pretty soon, and you can join that if you want. And that was really cool that I got invited by Mitch way back when. That was back in, like, early September, early August even. Because, like, before the server started, it had been a lot of time before it actually started. But it had been in the plannings for a decent amount of time. Now, Star Wars Reichbar says, PS4 or Xbox One? Probably PS4 for the simple fact that it's got Final Fantasy, and I'm pretty sure Xbox does not. So, you know, that's that. DJ Troller says, is Acer Chromebook... Okay. Oh, Diamond! Guys, don't ask me if this computer is a good computer. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to help you. More Diamond. All right, now let me see. Let's see how bad I got to get here. It's got to be pretty good, you know? Ooh, how many? Ooh, we working with a good amount of diamond here, guys. Get ready to cast your votes with a Fortune 3 pickaxe. You're going to have to tell me how many diamonds you think we're going to get. So how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 diamonds, starting with 13. Cast your votes. It begins. Started with 13. Now we got 27. So we got 14 diamonds there. If you guessed 14, feel good about yourself. You were right. If you didn't, feel bad about yourself. You were wrong. But there'll be more opportunities. Hopefully, within the next... We only have about 9 more minutes left to get mining done here. And I'd be very curious to see how many diamonds we have at the end of this. We might have a record here. Now let's see. Oh my God! More diamonds! That's exactly what I wanted to see. Oh, baby! Please be a good amount. Please be a good amount of diamonds. Oh my God. Okay. Now, hold on, I'm gonna answer questions in a second here. Suddenly I'm competitive because there's a chance I might be beating some records here. Let's see. Alright, we've got only 4, so cast your votes. We start with 27. That gave us 34, so 7 diamonds off that. Yeah, it could have been better, could have been worse. Like I said, be happy for the diamonds you're given, right? Now, Mad Gamer says, can I make a gaming setup, please? Once I upgrade my computer and move, I'll probably be moving houses in the next few weeks here. Again, I'm always moving. I always move. Once that happens, I'll do a proper setup, because right now I'm an unorganized mess, and it wouldn't be a proper gaming setup in its current setup. Actually, let me see. I should do this. Anytime I see dirt, I'm gonna just go crazy with it, because it's so fast to mine, and it might show off more. Alright, yeah, sorry about that, guys. I had a computer crash on me, which is always my favorite thing to happen. But we got about 7 more minutes of mining, and then we're going to see what we end with in terms of diamond count. Again, if I crash, it's because my RAM sticks are faulty, and they have been crashing on me all the time, which is great. So much fun. No, you stay back. There we go. Now, what's my favorite candy bar? My favorite candy bar. Okay. Oh yeah, because you did say. Oh wow, what's down there? I gotta check out what's down there. You know, it might be. What the heck? Okay. What could be down here? My favorite candy bar is probably. Oh my gosh, I don't really know. Probably Snickers. I do like Snickers. Thanks for the question. That's a great question. Now, Austin K says, please live stream some Infinite Stone. No, I won't be live streaming any Infinite Stone right now. I need to take care of other... My live streams are basically for How to Minecraft only for the time being, simply because I need to stack a bunch of videos for my trip to San Fran. Dang it, man. That's such a shame that I crashed. I always lose all my viewers when that happens. Well, most of them. Not to discredit the awesome ones that are here currently. So thank you all. You guys rule. Dirt? Dirt? Diamond? Anything? No, of course not. Would make too much sense. Now we need to mine this way, and then mine over here. Now Archie Molly says Nando's or KFC. Well, I've never had Nando's, but I've heard lots of good things about it. However, that being said, I'm going to have to go with KFC because I've never had me some Nando's. It's a terrible thing, really. Does anybody know how many viewers we were at before I crashed? Does anybody remember? Just curious. So annoying when that happens, guys. Pastel Fedora says, do you have a dog? So what kind? I have a Great Pyrenees. Well, it's not mine, it's Sean's, but, Woof Jaden Wubby says KFC or churches. Never had churches either. Am I like a bad person for not having these things? I've only like had KFC when it comes. I guess I've had Popeyes, and I like Popeyes. If you're before you ask KFC or Popeyes. What happened, Choco? Scorps286 says, do I like to read? And to that I answer you yes, though I haven't been reading a lot recently. I have not sat down with a good book in a long time. Oh, poor Choco. He's always got his builds going crazy. Lil Miss Otaku says, favorite Final Fantasy character? I like Auron. I like Auron. But I also like Riku because she's hot. Yeah, I said it. What you gonna do about it? This guy's gonna break pretty soon. Assassin Blader says, what's my favorite sport? I really like, to watch. I like to watch football. To play, you're gonna laugh. I really like badminton, actually. Badminton's a fun one. Now, Evan I already answered that. Dinky Penguin says, will you be mad if I go to sleep? If you gotta go, you gotta go. I can't be mad at you for that. So. Crystal says, how old am I? I'm 23 years old. And we are running out of time to find diamond. Come on, man. Please, get me some diamond. Well, I'll take the gold, I guess. This guy's gonna break very soon if I'm not careful. Seriously, gotta be careful. Alright, now. Oh my gosh. I think we got a little bit before he breaks. Alright, I think we're just gonna switch over to this pickaxe for the time being now. That makes it easier for me anyways. And it mines faster, so. Alex Nikolov says, do you use some famous people from Bulgaria? No, I don't. Some famous people from Bulgaria. Now, Captain Tambu says, my favorite football club? I don't know what that is. E-Zone says, what school did I go to? I don't know. What? I went to... I'll tell you the elementary school I went to. I went to Davis Elementary School. So. Let me see. We're almost out of time here, guys. We only got about a minute and 30. Oh, that's what they meant, Choco. You're funny. You're a funny lad. Yeah, I remember you saying you like Manchester. Any diamonds for me? Diamonds? Diamonds, please? We only got about a minute left for an hour. No, that's fine. Have I heard of South Africa? Yes, I've heard of South Africa. Unless you're talking about a football team, in which case I don't know. I'm talking about American football. I don't know if you're talking about you know, football everywhere else, football. Hero Brian says, if I drop a stack of legit diamonds in lava in my SMP, will they magically pop up in my inventory? I wish, but, you know, that magic doesn't exist. We haven't had magic like that for centuries, so. Fabio says, Vicstar or Lachlan? Well, clearly the answer is Vicklin. Didn't you see the tribute I paid them? I can't choose between them. I have to choose them both at the same time. Just like they've chosen each other. Mad Man Rio says, my favorite song? Favorite song is Washed Out. Or Belong by Washed Out. And that's actually who I'm going to go see up in San Francisco. Going with my girlfriend Brianna up to San Francisco this weekend to see them in concert. And it is an exciting thing. And now we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's been an hour. Let me see how many diamonds I've got. Let me get rid of the andesite, I guess. Oh, jeez. So we got 64, 74, 84, 94, 97 diamonds in an hour. That might be a record. On the server, at least. That would be great. And, like, I spent a lot of time just fooling around. I bet you I could have found more diamonds if I hadn't been fooling around like that. So, anyways, guys, on YouTube, at least, this is where the episode of How to Minecraft is going to end. Hope you learned at least a little bit about me this episode. Most of the live streams aren't just me power mining, so if you want to watch some at least semi-interesting stuff, in my opinion, you're going to have to do it over at twitch.tv/logdotzip. And, of course, if you are watching on YouTube, a like is always appreciated. But without further ado, this is where I close off. Again, I will be streaming today, so if you're watching this on YouTube the day it was uploaded, you'll probably be able to watch me live a little bit later. So, again, hope you guys enjoyed, and we will catch you for the next episode. See ya!